Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final pay-per-view before Clash of the Titans 3. Welcome to Tnc Turning Point. We have an absolutely stacked card for you tonight, starting off with a World Tag Team title match. The Corporation wrestling for the third time in 3 weeks. After knocking off Jet Set in a title eliminator back on episode 53, they faced the newcomers last week in the industry in yet another title eliminator, and the industry shocked the world and picked up the W. And now they find themselves just 3 matches into their TNC careers, 1 win away from tag title gold. Corporation trying to keep their title reign going, as this is their first defense of the tag team titles. Certainly do not want to drop those belts on the first defense. But the industry trying to pull off yet another upset here. Is the industry. Cade Walker and Marshawn Washington walking into their first pay-per-view match in TNC, and it is with the gold on the line. Debuted as part of a tag team showcase back on episode 52, defeating Vanguard, and then was thrown into the deep end last week by our CEO in a tag title eliminator against the Corporation. As I mentioned earlier, they pulled off the upset, and that is how we find ourselves in this tag title match here tonight. We'll see if the Corporation can bounce back and retain the titles, or we'll find out if last week was no fluke and the industry are as good as some people say they are.
Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 457 pounds, Marshawn Washington and Cade Walker, the industry. And their opponents at a combined weight of 456 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Alex Cruz and Mike L. Tiger, the Corporation.
There we see the TNC World Tag Team titles held up high. It is going to be Alex Cruz and Marshawn Washington starting this match off. And there's the bell. Our first match of the night officially underway. And Alex Cruz going to whip Washington into the corner. Double team coming already from the Corporation as Miguel Tigre with a sharp right to the gut of Washington. Washington trying to fire back here, planting Tigre face first into the mat. And now Washington, middle rope, went for the coffin drop, but Tigre able to get out of harm's way. And now Tigre with a tornado DDT. And Tigre into the cover here quickly on Washington. Kick out at 2. Washington going to counter the Irish whip, sending Tigre into the corner. Washington with a kick. Now up to the top rope. Beautiful arm drag executed by Washington, and he'll make the tag into his partner, Walker. Tigre stumbled onto the apron, able to deliver a forearm, now making his way over the top rope back into the ring as Walker connects with a kick to the calf. Walker sent into his own corner, and now it's Miguel Tigre's turn to execute an arm drag. And now Tigre into the cover quickly on Walker. Walker's going to kick out at 1. Walker brought up to his feet, able to reverse, sending Tigre into his own corner. And Walker gonna place Miguel Tigre up on that top turnbuckle. Walker might be looking for that avalanche poison rana here in the early going. Hammering those elbows into the side of the head. And Walker in position for the avalanche poison rana. And now bringing Tigre back up to his feet. Another reversal. And Walker able to get an elbow up on Tigre. Walker now hoisting Tigre up on his shoulders. And Tigre going to be dropped face first on the turnbuckle. Tigre coming right back at Cade Walker as another double team coming here from the Corporation. Walker off the ropes, double shoulder block by the Corporation as Walker looking for the tag. He'll get it to Washington. Now the two men who started this match off are now legal once again. Cruz jumping over, and Cruz hits the swinging neck breaker. Washington brought up to his feet, and Cruz connects with the German suplex. Cruz now making the tag in back to Tigre. And Tigre coming in with speed, not able to hit the drop kick as he's sent into the corner of the industry, but Tigre able to get an elbow up. Now a roll up here on Washington, but he's all tangled up in the ropes. Tigre now on the apron, Washington to his feet. Walker was in the way, now Tigre taking him out before re-entering the ring. Now back on the apron, Tigre, Hurricane Rana. Washington brought up to his feet once again and whipped into the corner of the Corporation. But Washington getting the elbow up into the face of Tigre. And now Tigre placed on the ropes. Right hand. And another right hand by Washington. And now he's just going to choke the life out of Tigre, using that top rope to his advantage. And now Tigre into the corner. And Washington back up for yet another arm drag. And Washington into the cover for the titles and a kick out at 2. And now Washington into his own corner, able to block the chop attempt. And now sending Tigre into the corner, placing him up on the top turnbuckle. And now pressing him up above his head and dropping him face first into the mat. Rolling him over for the cover to win the tag titles and a kick out at 1. Tigre back into the corner. Placed into the Tree of Woe by Washington, but Tigre just as quickly able to get out of that predicament. Now back into the corner. Washington, big clothesline. Tigre coming right back with a knee to the gut and a clothesline that sends Washington over the top into the floor. Alex Cruz looking for a tag. Miguel Tigre not interested in tagging out. And the count begins on the outside here. We'll see if Tigre made the right decision. The kick to the back of Washington connects. Tigre re-entering the ring. Now turning his attention over to Cade Walker. As Tigre connects with a stunner through the ropes. Washington back to his feet on the outside. Tigre back to the outside. Went for the Rough Rider was Washington. Not able to connect as Tigre single-handedly taking care of the industry here on the outside. But Washington whipping Tigre into the floor. And now Washington with the high cross and the big boot. Count up to 8 as Tigre tossed back into the ring by Washington. And Washington going for the cover here. And Alex Cruz gonna break up the pin attempt. Tigre starting to regret not making that tag to his partner. As Tigre getting the elbow up. Countered by Washington. And another counter by Tigre. And now Tigre into the corner. Across the ring. Towards his partner. And Washington thinking yet another arm drag. And Washington going for a cover here once more. And another kick out at 1 by Tigre. Washington making the tag to Cade Walker. Walker bringing Tigre up to a knee. And Walker with the blockbuster. Bringing Tigre back up to his feet. And Walker going to be sent into his own corner. Big elbow by Tigre, followed by the enziguri. And now Tigre sending Walker into the Corporation's corner. And Tigre kick to the knee. Thinking Panama Sunrise. But quickly here, Cade Walker back to his feet. Not seemingly very fazed by the Panama Sunrise. But Tigre just as quickly back on the offensive with that arm drag. And finally Tigre making the tag into Alex Cruz. Cruz going to make his way up to the top rope. Waiting on Walker to reach his feet. And Cruz able to connect just enough with Walker to take him out. And now Cruz back up to the top rope. And Cruz thinking elbow drop, but nobody home. Cruz now going to hoist Walker up, but Walker able to reverse. And Walker now going to go make the tag to Marshawn Washington. And Washington with a power slam. Followed by a cannonball, but Cruz able to avoid the cannonball. Cruz now whipped into his own corner. And Washington going to go make the tag back into Walker. And Walker with speed into the corner. Backflips into a Pele kick. Walker showing off a little bit of the athleticism on that Pele as a double team coming in here from the industry. They've been working really well together in this tag team match thus far. As Alex Cruz lining up Marshawn Washington on the ropes. And Cruz going to choke out Washington over the top rope. Blocked by Washington. And he's going to hoist up Alex Cruz. And Cruz dropped face first onto the turnbuckle. And Washington hoisting up Cruz for a backbreaker. Still hanging on. Second backbreaker. And Washington into the cover for the tag titles and a kick out of 1. And now to the outside, Luthez press by Washington. And a flurry of right hands. Now a flurry of boots to the chest. And Washington going to send Alex Cruz back into the ring. And Washington turning his attention over to Miguel Tigre. And now the Uranagi to Tigre on the outside. Washington bringing Cruz up to his feet. And now the Thez press inside the ring. And Washington with another flurry of right hands. And now Cruz being dragged toward the center of the ring. And now a flurry of lefts and rights firing in from Marshawn Washington. Standing over his opponent with a double foot stomp to the chest. Into the cover he goes for the tag titles, and it's broken up by Tigre. Washington now going to bring Alex Cruz up to a knee. And went to go off the ropes, so bumped into the referee. Ref seemingly getting in the way of Washington, helping out the corporation here a little bit. Whether he meant to or not is a different story. But the corporation will certainly take the help. As Cruz going to target the left hand of Marshawn Washington. And now a knee to the back by Cruz. And Cruz going to send Washington into the corner of the corporation. And Washington getting an elbow up. Washington gonna press Alex Cruz into a spine buster. And Washington gonna make the tag. Walker now legal. And Walker quickly into a running swanton. Walker gonna send Cruz off the ropes. Spanish fly connecting by Walker. Into the cover for the tag titles. 2, and a kick out by Cruz. And Walker in a little bit of disbelief after that kick out. Quickly makes his way to the top rope. And an incredible 720 moonsault. Cover 2, and another kick out by Alex Cruz. And now it's Walker sent into the corner. Turned around by Cruz. Going right after the knee of Cade Walker. And Cruz now off the ropes. Big boot to the face. And now a tag into Miguel Tigre. Tigre shot to the back. Now trying to send Walker into the corner, but gets reversed. Sat on the top turnbuckle. And Walker, big uppercut. And now Walker from the middle rope, avalanche cutter. And Tigre struggles to his feet after that cutter and dropped with a single kick. Now the moonsault from the bottom rope. Now from the middle rope. And now Walker all the way from the top. Into the cover for the tag titles. And another kick out at 2. as the Corporation feels like desperately trying to cling on to those tag titles right now. As Tigre connects with a clothesline and an elbow. And Tigre gonna go back for another tag. Cruz legal once again. And Walker greeting him with a soul snatcher. And now the tag into Washington. And Washington going to be met with a roll-up here. Cruz trying to steal it, one, and a kick out. Rough Rider connecting. And Washington into the cover, 1, 2, and a kick out by Cruz. Washington bringing Cruz back up to his feet now into the corner. Cruz getting an elbow up. And Washington sent into the corner of the Corporation. Cruz to the apron. Springboard clothesline. And Washington quickly getting the tag back to Walker. And Walker firing on all cylinders here. Hoisting him up. Rolling through. And Walker into the cover for the tag titles. 2, and a kick out. And now it's Alex Cruz desperate for a tag. With Walker up on the top turnbuckle, he's going to get it. As Walker hits the cutter to Miguel Tigre. But Tigre quickly up to his feet, eats a super kick. And now Walker turning his attention over to Cruz. And Walker taking out Cruz. But Tigre catching Cade Walker to roll up. And a kick out at 1. And now a running kick straight to the face. Could this do it? 1, 2. And a kick out by Tigre at 2. What more does the industry need to do to pry these tag titles away from the Corporation? Walker, 450, gets caught into the knees of Tigre. And now Tigre hits the springboard crossbody. Standing moonsault connecting from Tigre. And now Walker sent into the corner. And the double team coming here from the Corporation. Cruz, top rope, shoulder first into Walker. And now Walker into the neutral corner, big knee into the Bulldog. And Alex Cruz trying to move quickly. Eyeing up Cade Walker. But Walker able to land a forearm. Lands a super kick. And Walker into the cover. Could this do it? 1, 2. And a kick out again by Cruz. And Cruz rolling over toward the ropes. Able to land a right hand. And Cruz hoisting Walker up high. Into a sit-out powerbomb. Cover 1, 2, and a kick out by Walker. Cruz now lands the cannonball. Going for another cover. And this one going to be broken up by Washington. Tag made to Tigre. As we approach the 20-minute mark of this tag team title match. Tigre springboard Hurricane Rana. Bringing Walker back up to his feet. And Tigre setting up Walker for a Matosi driver. Into the cover, 1, 2, and a kick out by Walker. Walker able to counter the Irish whip. Super kick connects to Tigre. And Walker gonna make the tag to Washington. Washington gets caught by a boot. And able to counter Miguel Tigre. Now Tigre sent into the corner of the industry. Washington gonna back up. Lining up his target. Now with speed, gets caught again. And now Tigre setting up Washington for a package pile driver. And now Washington sent into the corner of the corporation. Tigre not done. Panama Sunrise. And sprinting over for the cover. But it's going to be broken up by Walker. Industry still in this match. And now Tigre into the corner with speed. Nobody home on that drop kick. Taking out the legs of Washington. Tag into Alex Cruz. Nobody home on that double axe handle attempt. And now over the top rope goes Cruz. Big right hand by Washington. And another. Third and one is blocked. And Cruz, springboard clothesline. And now a drop kick to the back by Cruz. But Washington quickly up to his feet. Spinning crossbody for the tag titles. One broken up by Tigre. Cruz being brought back up to his feet now. Reverse by Cruz. And Alex Cruz middle rope. Tornado DDT. And now Cruz sending Marshawn Washington into the corner. Lining him up for the knee. Into the Bulldog. And now into the cover. 1, 2. He's got the rope. The ref doesn't see it. And the corporation just stole this win. Marshawn Washington had a full hand of the bottom rope. The ref didn't see it. He continued counting. And he counted to 3. Early drama at Turning Point. But the ref's decision on this night is final. And the corporation are still your TNC World Tag Team Champions. But not without controversy, that is for sure. This match should still be going on if the ref knew what he was doing. But the corporation are going to escape Turning Point with their first title defense being a successful one. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to what may be, outside of the main event, the biggest match of the night. Spade, as we mentioned last week, is desperate for the TNC World Championship. So much so that he wants Isaac Grace's spot in the main event of Clash. about 5 weeks' time. He has been a thorn in Graves' side ever since he won that Royal Rumble back at full speed ahead. And it got to the point where Graves finally had enough, accepted the challenge laid out by Owen Spade. And now whoever wins this match will be main eventing Clash of the Titans for the World Championship.
And his opponent, weighing in at 228 pounds, Isaac Graves.
It's been a rocky road for Isaac Graves ever since he won the Rumble. Lost back-to-back weeks immediately following. First to Ken Killstrom and then to Leon King, who we'll see later on tonight against Cole Crimson for the All-Star Championship. But then on episode 53, able to pick up a win over Kato Takahashi in the opener. And it was at that point Isaac Graves finally accepted the challenge that was laid out by Owen Spade and decided to exact a little bit of revenge on Spade last week for all the distractions that he had been posing in Graves' matches. Got a little involved in Spade's match last week with Vincent Azariel. Helped Vincent pick up the win over Owen Spade last week. And now both men involved in the main event, Matt Marco and Pete Brent's going to be eyeing this match pretty carefully. It could be either one of them in that main event spot. As both men set to go, and there is the bell. Spade coming out the gates quickly with a drop kick, leveling Isaac Graves. And now Spade connects on the Lion Salt. And Spade quickly into the cover here, trying to put Graves away as quickly as possible. But Graves kicking out at one. And now off the ropes, Spade connecting with Rolling Thunder. Graves now able to sweep out the legs of Spade. And Spade back up to his feet. Knee strike connects. And Spade now with a waist lock applied to Graves. And Spade with a roll up here on Graves and a quick kick out. Reversed into another pin by Graves and a kick out by Spade. Spade connects on the arm drag. Now another lockup. Brent's already dealing with a lot tonight with the Death Spirits. Cole Crimson preparing for an all-star title match against the undefeated Leon King, as I mentioned before. Also, the reports coming out before the show that Ken Killstrom is nowhere to be found. He's not backstage. He's not shown up to the arena here tonight. We're not quite sure where he is, as Spade leveling Isaac Graves with a lariat into a cover here and a kick out at one. Back to what I was saying, Ken Killstrom, MIA, we're not sure where he is. Definitely a story to follow. As Brents could be without protection in the main event if Cole gets a little too battered up by Leon King and Kent still not showing up. As Spade connecting with a forearm, second forearm by Spade, and now the Pele kick. But Graves coming right back with a kick from the mat. And Spade quickly up to his feet, connecting with the hidden blade. And now Owen Spade lining up Isaac Graves for the Spade Stomp. And Spade into the cover to steal the spot. And a kick out at 2 by Graves. Graves now kicking away Owen Spade. But Spade coming right back with a kick of his own. Spade now off the ropes. Big kick right to the face. And now the moonsault from the top rope. Spade firing on all cylinders, starting with that hidden Spade. Into the Spade Stomp. But Graves trying to put an end to that momentum here. Sending Spade off the ropes. Ducking under. Popping him up into a roundhouse kick. And Graves now into a cover. Trying to put Spade away. But Spade kicking out at 1. Now we're going to take this match to the outside. Black Mass connecting by Isaac Graves. And Graves maintaining control of a potentially lifeless body. Graves may have just found life, but Spade turning this one around on the outside. Count up to 5. As nobody has any interest of re-entering the ring right now as Spade connects with Rolling Thunder. Big pump kick connecting from Graves. And now Graves with a flurry of left hands. Now a stomp to the gut. Now bringing him up to his feet. Spade able to reverse, sending Isaac Graves back toward the ring. Spade going to re-enter first. Graves still laid out on the outside as the count now up to 12. And Spade going to go back to the outside. Graves quickly to his feet. And now it's Graves back in the ring. Spade following not far behind. Graves quickly back up to his feet. And Graves, arms hooked, thinking Gravedigger, connects! And quickly into the cover to secure his main event spot. 2, and a kick out. Graves now moonsault off the top. Bringing Spade up to his feet, but Spade able to counter. To the middle rope. Graves to his feet. Spade. Meteora. Turning Isaac Graves inside out almost. And now Spade going to eat the knee of Graves. And now a clothesline by Graves. Second clothesline by Graves. Catching the leg of Spade. Sweeps out the other. And Isaac Graves starting to get on a roll. But Spade just as quickly killing the momentum. And Spade now thinking GTH. But Isaac Graves. Elbows to the side of the head. And now, face first into the knees, goes Owen Spade, and he's going to retreat to the corner. Spade connects with an elbow. And Spade thinking a second Spade Stomp for the main event spot. 1, 2, kick out by Graves. And Spade now just clubbing at the back of the head of Isaac Graves. He thought that should have been it. And to be honest, I don't blame him. I thought that was going to be it too. Spade now sending Graves face first into the turnbuckle. Now to the other side. Kick to the chest. And now Spade back up to the middle rope. Up to the top for a moonsault. But Graves still showing a little bit of life here. Able to kick Spade away. And now Graves to the middle rope. Waiting for Spade to get up to his feet. And Graves hits a Meteora, followed by a double axe handle. Now Graves sending Spade off the ropes. Superman punch connecting! And this could be the opening that Isaac Graves needs to secure the spot that he already won. But he was willing to put it on the line. Hoisting Spade up for the Argentinian knee. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out by Spade. Into the corner. Graves. Big boot right across the face. And now Graves looking for it one more time, but Spade caught him. Forearm by Spade. Second one gets caught by Graves. Spade brought up to his feet, but an uppercut by Spade catching Graves. Graves off the ropes. Spade ducks under. Lands the Pele kick. And both men are down. Exhausted after nearly 10 minutes of non-stop action here at Turning Point. And Spade might have the end in sight. Looking for a third Spade stomp. 1, 2, 3. And Owen Spade is going to the main event of Clash of the Titans 3. He set out what he wanted to do. He stole Isaac Graves' spot. And you can cross out Isaac Graves' name in the main event. And you can insert the name of Owen Spade, as he will be challenging either Pete Brents or Matt Marco for the World Championship in the main event in just 5 weeks' time. What an unbelievable turn of events here at Turning Point.
Here is your winner, Owen Spade.
The smirk on his face says it all. He did what he set out to do. And that will officially make Owen Spade #1 contender for the World Championship. We move on to a highly dangerous contest. It all started back in the Royal Rumble at full speed ahead. D'Angelo Parks and Jaden Angels making their debuts back-to-back in the Rumble. And for Parks, he would fare significantly better in the Rumble than Jaden Angels, as Parks went on to eliminate Angels in the Rumble. And since then, it has been no love lost between these two. Including back on episode 51, these two were involved in the 4-way showcase, along with Caleb Christian and Leon King. these two could not wait to get their hands on each other in that four-way. Back on episode 51. Basically sacrificing a potential win just to get their hands on each other. And they would go one-on-one the following week on episode 52. Jade and Angels picking up the win in that match.
From Port St. Lucie, Florida, weighing in at 215 pounds, Jaden Angel.
And then before episode 54 could even begin, these two were brawling in the parking lot. And by the time security or anyone could reach them, they were both exhausted, passed out in the parking lot from beating the hell out of each other. Had to be taken back to the hotel separately and would not appear on the show. And thus this match was made official by the CEO. Both men certainly ready to get their hands on each other. And there's the bell. Spear out the gate by Angels. Oh my God. And Angels going for a moonsault. Not nearly enough distance to get D'Angelo Parks. And Parks went for an elbow, but Angels able to dodge. And now exploder suplex from Jaden Angels. And Angels now getting caught, stomped to the gut by Parks. And Parks going to make his way to the outside and grabbing a shovel. Trying to bury Jaden Angels into the dirt beneath him. Able to catch the boot of Angels, now catching Angels with a drop kick. As Parks working on that arm of Jaden Angels, trying to weaken the effects of the wing clipper. As Parks catching him with an enziguri. And right now it is all D'Angelo Parks. Parks up to the middle rope. Hits the moonsault. Angels, after that spear, has had nothing in this match. Couldn't even get the springboard off. As Parks going to send Angels face first into the mat. Bringing him back up for the layup cutter. And Parks into the cover. 1, 2, and Angels able to kick out. Now Parks going to drag Angels over to the corner, face first off the turnbuckle. Trying to set him up for a body slam. But Angels inverse DDT into the handle of the shovel. And now Parks up to his feet. Springboard 450 clothesline. May have caught the handle of that shovel again on the way down from that clothesline. As Angels going over the top, hoisting him up for a power bomb. And now Angels picking up the shovel, gonna start going to work on Parks. And Angels into the cover on Parks. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Parks. Nobody home in the corner. And Parks looking to take advantage, hitting that elbow. Bringing Angels back up to his feet, driving him into the corner. Went for that body slam again, but another counter into that inverse DDT by Jaden Angels. And Angels to the apron. Parks up to his feet. Angels springboard 450 yet again. And the back of his head hit the handle of that shovel hard. Now into the corner goes Angels. Parks firing himself up, talking a little trash. Huge splash in the corner. And Parks into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Angels. D'Angelo Parks looking for more weapons, grabbing a steel chair. And Parks not able to use the chair. Big knee by Angels. And he's going to pick up the shovel, not able to use it as he's tripped up. Parks whipped into the corner. Angels toying with Parks a little bit here. Now finally getting caught with an elbow. Off the rope. Nobody home on that drop kick. And D'Angelo Parks looking to take advantage. Grabbing that shovel once again. Swinging away at the knee of Angels. Now to the skull. Whipping that thing around like it's a baseball bat. And now Parks went for the code breaker, got caught. And now in position for the wing clipper. Into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Parks. Angels now grabbing a table, setting it up on the outside. Lord knows what plans he has for that table. As Parks able to sweep out the legs of Angels on the apron. And Parks up on the top rope. Frog splash to the outside. And now Parks grabbing the steel chair. And gonna start swinging, but not able to connect. Kick to the gut by Angels. Kick to the gut by Parks. And Angels getting the upper hand here on the outside. Driving the back of Parks into the floor. And now Angels has the Anaconda Vice locked in on the outside. Not going to win him the match, but it'll do massive amounts of damage. As Parks fighting his way out with those knees to the back. Angels now tossed across the outside. Parks back in the ring. Trying to catch a little bit of a breather after that Anaconda Vice. Angels back up on the apron. Gets caught here. And Parks over the top. DDT on the apron. And now Parks looking for more weapons. He's got a kendo stick. And he's going to start swinging away with that now. Tossing it right into the face of Jaden Angels. And now on the outside, another layup cutter. Angels tossed back into the ring. Parks going for the cover, going for the win. 1, 2, and a kick out by Angels at 2. And now Parks, maybe thinking code breaker, hits it! And D'Angelo Parks not done yet. Bringing Angels over to the corner, face first off the turnbuckle. Finally able to hit that body slam. Up to the top rope he goes. Parks, nothing but net. And that could do it. 1, 2, and another kick out by Angels. Parks now grabbing a hockey stick. And another weapon to swing away with. As Angels now sending Parks off the ropes. Nothing doing. But now hoisting up Parks. But Parks quickly with those rights getting back down to safety. Big knee connecting from Angels. Angels springboard 450 clothesline connecting yet again. Parks brought up to his feet, now being dragged to the corner. Face first off the turnbuckle he goes. Angels gets caught by two boots. Big knee from Parks. And now with the hockey stick yet again. Another swing. And now into the cover to put Angels away. 1, 2, kick out again. Kick to the gut. And now we're going to start trading blows here in this no-holds-barred match. Block by Angels and delivers another chop. Returned by Parks. And now Parks with a block and a chop. Big right hand by Parks. Big right hand by Angels. Chop delivered. And another right by Angels. And now we're just trading blows. Blow for blow. And it's D'Angelo Parks getting the better of that exchange. Angels off the ropes. Popped up into a code breaker. 1, 2, 3. And D'Angelo Parks getting his win back over Jaden Angels here at Turning Point. In a brutal no-holds-barred match. He put Jaden Angels through absolute hell in this match. Swinging that shovel, the kendo stick, the hockey stick, the chair. And that final pop-up code breaker was what put Angels away. Scoring him his first singles victory here on pay-per-view. We'll see what's next for these two, but now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to crown the first ever Women's All-Star Champion. 8-woman battle royal on deck.
The following contest is an 8-woman battle royal. And it's for the All-Star Championship. Making her way to the ring from San Juan, Puerto Rico,
Selena is a former 2-time TNC Women's Champion. The first ever TNC Women's Champion at that. And now has the opportunity to become the first ever Women's All-Star Champion. Been making waves recently over in ECW alongside Nico Chambers and Alexia Lane as the Cartel. But now looking to put her stake back into TNC as the Women's All-Star Champion. Heather Ray picking up a big win on episode 53, or no, excuse me, 52 of TNC, knocking off Kendall Hendricks, another former two-time women's champion, but ended up falling short last week against Piper Rain, who we're going to see later on challenging for the women's championship. But Heather Ray could beat her to the punch and becoming a champion before Rain if she can win this Battle Royal and become the first ever Women's All-Star champion. We'll see if Ray can pull it off. And she's got some stiff competition. Speaking of Piper Rain, this woman gave Piper Rain her first one-on-one match in this company, and it was an absolute classic. And although Nikita Black came up short, a lot of people came away very impressed with Black as she looks to finally become a champion here in TNC. And this Battle Royal could be exactly what she needs to pull that off. Another newcomer on the scene here in TNC. Taylor Page almost shocked the world back at Full Speed Ahead, nearly winning the Royal Rumble but falling to second place. The final elimination of Haley Blackwell. And now in a similar environment, we'll see if Taylor Page can replicate that success or exceed it and become the first ever Women's All-Star champion. It's hard to believe that Olivia Martinez has yet to hold the TNC Women's Championship, but that is, unfortunately for her, a fact. She's had opportunities but has not been able to cash in. And now, as the new leader of the Cunt Riders in ECW, Martinez looking to put a stake in TNC yet again by becoming the first ever TNC Women's All-Star Champion. And what a boost that would be to the Cunt Riders if she could pull this off here. Many people have pegged Sarah Lopez as a future champion for quite a while. Went one-on-one with SJ Ray a couple of weeks ago and came pretty close to knocking off the women's champion, but ended up falling short. And now she has a chance at championship gold yet again here in this Battle Royal. And will she be the one to claim that Women's All-Star Championship? Victoria Fuller last week pulled off the biggest win of her career thus far, beating Haley Blackwell, the Royal Rumble winner, and now trying to carry that momentum into this Battle Royal and become the first Women's All-Star champion. The question will remain, will she maintain that momentum, or will she put on a performance similar to that in the Fatal 4-Way, where she got dominated by women much bigger than her? And now what is potentially the biggest underdog in this Battle Royal. We have not seen Sky Hunt on TNC since the Women's Royal Rumble. And now she finds herself in a similar situation again. Over the top rope. Championship stakes. And it did not go well for her in the Rumble. We'll see if she fares any better here in this Battle Royal. People have pegged her for as a future star for a while. As there you see the Women's All-Star Championship. We're about to crown our first champion right here, right now. And there's the bell. This Battle Royal is underway. Absolute carnage in the ring to start out this Battle Royal. Brain buster by Lopez. Nobody in any imminent danger of elimination as of now. And I suspect that might not be the case for a little while. Selena with a chop block to Victoria Fuller. Taylor Page going right after Sky Hunt. Nikita Black finding safety underneath the bottom rope as Victoria Fuller over the top rope. Sky Hunt also over the top rope. Heather Ray over the top rope. And no eliminations. All three women back into the ring. Once again, nobody in any danger of elimination right now. Everybody just trying to weaken each other up. German suplex connecting to Sky Hunt. And now Selena, Poison Rana to Heather Ray. As Sarah Lopez with a flurry of rights to Victoria Fuller. Sky Hunt vying for an elimination of Olivia Martinez. Not going to happen though. Going to settle for a clothesline. Taylor Page in a little bit of trouble, but able to get off the top rope. And now Fuller and Sarah Lopez potentially in trouble. And now just Victoria Fuller, as Page not going for the elimination. Fuller in trouble, but able to get those shots into the leg of Heather Ray, and she's back in the ring. And now Nikita Black over the top rope. Sky Hunt in danger, as Black is back in the ring. Sky Hunt still in trouble, courtesy of Olivia Martinez. Taylor Page over the top rope and eliminated. And now Heather Ray following suit, courtesy of Sky Hunt. And just like that, we are down to 6. And now we're down to 5. Nikita Black eliminated as well. Everybody flying out the ring. As just like that, in a matter of seconds, we go from 8 to 5. We have Olivia Martinez still in. Sky Hunt is in. Sarah Lopez, Victoria Fuller, and Selena all vying to be the first ever Women's All-Star champion. Fuller able to sweep out the legs of Selena. As Sarah Lopez taking it to Olivia Martinez. Martinez eating a kick to the side of the head. Selena flattening Fuller with a clothesline. Now Selena turning her attention over to Sarah Lopez. And Selena, Hurricane Rana over the top. Lopez eliminated. And we are down to 4. Body slam to Sky Hunt. Hunt able to land on her feet. Going for that Snapdragon to Martinez. Selena potentially looking to eliminate Fuller, but Fuller gets the elbow up. And now Selena sent into the corner. Potentially going for the elimination, but Selena getting an elbow up as well. And Selena Russian leg sweep. And now Selena turning her attention to Sky Hunt with the neck breaker. As Martinez now back up to her feet. Selena turning her attention over there. Backbreaker to Martinez. And Selena with complete control over Olivia Martinez here. As Hunt and Fuller back to their feet and going at it now. Hunt arms hooked for the suplex. 450 connecting to Martinez. And Sky Hunt hoisting up Selena, spiking Selena head first. And going for the dropkick on Fuller, but Fuller able to dodge. And now Fuller over the top rope in trouble. Able to avoid elimination. And now Sky Hunt over the top rope. Is she going to be able to stay in? Yes. And now Sky Hunt thinking, stomp to Fuller, and she's busted open. Martinez going for the elimination on the other end of the ring. Fuller able to counter, and Sky Hunt eliminated. And we are down to 3. One of these 3 women will be the first ever Women's All-Star champion, as Fuller turning Martinez inside out with a clothesline. Selena catching Fuller with a Sister Abigail. And that could spell doomsday for Victoria Fuller. She's over and out. And we are down to our final 2. It'll be either Olivia Martinez or Selena as the first ever All-Star champion. We've seen the battles between these two on TNC before. Who is going to come out on top tonight as Martinez lines up Selena for a knee strike? And Martinez, Dragon Tamer applied, trying to weaken up Selena, but she escapes the hold. And now we're going to start trading blows. Block for block here. And Martinez landing a chop. Selena landing a chop. Another block by Selena. Overhand right. Now one by Selena. Another chop by Martinez. Selena wants one more. Instead, a forearm. And now Selena dropping the knee across the back of the head. And now shin straight into the head of Martinez. And Martinez in deep trouble. Over the top, still alive. And Martinez rolling back into the ring. Driving Selena into the ropes. Went for it all, but swung and missed. Thankfully for her, still alive in this battle royal. And now Martinez again going for the elimination, but Selena has other plans. Lands the enziguri. And Selena tripping up Martinez, applying the Rings of Saturn. It's not going to win her the championship, but it'll certainly weaken Martinez enough to the point of elimination. But Martinez still fighting back and busting Selena open. Right hand between the eyes. But Selena's still fighting back as well here, raking at the eyes of Martinez. And Martinez with a back elbow. And now sending Selena off the ropes. Martinez jumping over. Trying to trip up Selena, but she caught it. And now Selena catching Martinez with a neck breaker. And Selena now arm trapped. Shin to the face once again. And now Martinez sent off the ropes. Big kick to the chest by Selena. And now Martinez reversing. Selena sent over and eliminated. And Olivia Martinez is the first ever Women's All-Star Champion. A huge victory for Olivia Martinez, her first championship in TNC. And you can add another championship to the ever-growing list of gold collected by the Cunt Riders. Able to keep this piece of gold away from the cartel in the process. And Olivia Martinez makes history at Turning Point. Olivia Martinez, the first ever TNC Women's All-Star Championship. All-Star Champion, I should say. Jesus. Take two. Olivia Martinez, the first ever Women's All-Star Champion.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the All-Star.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on from one All-Star Championship to another as Turning Point continues on. Leon King has been outright unstoppable since arriving in the Royal Rumble. Made his mark immediately in that Rumble match, starting it out with Tez Phoenix. Then in episode 51 of the 4-Way Showcase, took home the W there. Then the following week, knocking off Isaac Graves, the Rumble winner, in the main event, before earning the #1 contendership in a triple threat against Caleb Christian and Jace Gold. And now his first opportunity at a championship.
You die first, get it? Your friends might get me in a rush, but not before I make your head into a canoe. You understand me?
Crimson, currently a double champion, and looking to keep it that way. Alongside that All-Star Championship, he is currently the RHW World Champion. And he is set to defend that against his brothers in the Death Spirits, courtesy of Zyler Glass, who's quote-unquote running RHW. But all Cole has to focus on tonight is defending that All-Star title, which over the course of its history, as we all know, notoriously difficult to defend. Cole could keep his title going into a 2-month-long reign here if he's successful. Had his first successful title defense against Vincent Azariel in an open challenge back on episode 51. Yet another classic in recent TNC history.
Introducing the challenger from San Jose, California, weighing in at 235 pounds, the mighty Leon King! And his opponent from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 268 pounds, the All-Star Champion, Cole Crimson!
Leon King getting a look at what could be his in just a matter of minutes. Set to go for his first opportunity at Championship Gold. Cole Crimson looking to keep his All-Star title, and here we go. Cole coming out the gate strong, showcasing his size and strength advantage early. Repeated strikes by Cole, finishing it off with that uppercut. But King coming back, trying to hit a DDT, but Cole again just overpowering Leon King. Cole now up to the top rope. King to his feet. And Cole overshooting his target. As King gets an elbow up on Cole. And King with a backbreaker. Cole quickly able to turn this one around. As Leon King back to his feet. And King raking at the back of Cole Crimson, followed by the release German suplex. And both men down. And now they both make their way up to their feet. Face buster connecting from Cole Crimson. To the outside now. King with a shot to the gut on Cole. And Leon King with a flurry of strikes. Hoisting up Cole Crimson. Lifting him over top and dropping him face first on the mat. Now going after that left knee. Went for the elbow, but Cole able to avoid and just bulldozing Leon King, but not able to connect on that senton. As Cole hoisting Leon King up and dropping him face first into the floor. Count up to 7 on the outside as Cole lands the big lariat. Count up to 9 on the outside. as Leon King tossed back into the ring here. Cole moving quickly. Elbow drop, connecting to King. And Leon King in deep trouble early on in this match. King able to kick Cole away, followed by another drop kick. Spinning forearm to the back of the head. And now King up to the middle rope. Cole up to his feet. King, nobody home on the drop kick. And Cole thinking twist of fate, not able to hit it. And Leon King looking to take advantage, tornado DDT. And both men down again. Leon King gonna be first up to his feet following that tornado DDT. And King hoisting up. Cole for the power slam. Into the cover, 1, 2, and a kick out by Cole. And Leon King maybe thinking point of the crown. Hoisting up. Cole connecting with point of the crown. But Cole, his feet entangled in the ropes, gonna cause a break. Now rolling through with nobody home on the frog splash. And Cole and Leon King gonna start exchanging blows. Big right by Cole. Shot by King. Returned by Cole. Leon King wanting another. Instead he baited him in. Another big right by Cole. Shot by King. Right hand by Cole again. Shot by King again. Cole wants another right, and he gets one. Now it breaks out into a hockey fight. We go blow for blow for the All-Star Championship. Leon King coming out on top of this exchange. Popped up, face first goes Cole into the mat. And Leon King up to the middle rope. Missile drop kick connects. Could Leon King be closing in on the All-Star Championship? Sending Cole off the ropes. Cole able to counter into a tornado DDT. And Cole lining up King from the apron and spearing him down to the floor. King trying to get back up to his feet, and he does. Cole, second lariat on the outside. And Cole now still on the outside. Twist of fate. And now the clock may be ticking on Leon King's chances, as Cole trying to drag him toward the middle of the ring. And Cole into a cover to retain. 1, 2, and a kick out by King. And now King trying to get up to his feet. Drops straight back down with just a simple right hand. And now Cole has him entrenched in the Crimson Choke. King has nowhere to go, and he's forced to tap out, and Cole Crimson retains. A valiant effort here tonight by Leon King, but his undefeated streak comes to an end as Cole Crimson yet again successfully retaining that All-Star Championship. Forcing Leon King to tap out to the Crimson Choke. Cole Crimson will remain a double champion. But for how long is the question? Will he be able to retain that RHW World Championship? But now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the first ever defense of the Global Championship.
What's going on, Chico?
Introducing the challenger from Ontario, California, weighing in at 214 pounds, the Ghost, Caleb Christian.
The two challengers in this match have been going to absolute war with each other since the Rumble. Caleb Christian in his debut eliminating Chase Gold, the perceived favorite from the Royal Rumble. And it has been bad blood ever since. Christian defeating Chase Gold back on episode 52. And that just enraged Chase Gold even more. These two would meet again in the #1 contenders match for the All-Star Championship back on episode 53. Both of them lost to Leon King. And then Christian going one-on-one with King Zero last week. King Zero picking up the win, but immediately after the match, both men getting attacked by Jace Gold. And that is how we find ourselves in this triple threat here tonight.
Introducing the challenger from Memphis, Tennessee, weighing in at 211 pounds,
In recent weeks, we have seen a much more aggressive side of Jace Gold ever since the arrival of Caleb Christian here in TNC. He's kind of been inadvertently, I guess, pushing Jace Gold over the edge. We'll see if that newfound aggression for Jace Gold can lead to some more gold in his collection. Already the current BCW World Champion. Now we'll see if he can add the Global Championship to his trophy case. Zero now set to defend the Global Championship for the very first time. won it in a brutal ladder match against Owen Spade back at Full Speed Ahead. King Zero wasn't cleared for a couple weeks after taking a brutal Spade stomp to a ladder. Was diagnosed with a concussion but cleared just before last week by TNC's medical team. And now set for his first title defense here in a triple threat match. Not the easiest of stakes for King Zero, but he's certainly dealt with worse in his career. All three men set to go in this Global Championship match, and there's the bell. Gold already taken out. Both King Zero and Caleb Christian. Super kick and a poison rana, my God. And Jace Gold out for blood early. Caleb Christian trying to match him with a big knee to the face. Christian able to kick Gold away, or excuse me, King Zero. Gold going for the crucifix, and Christian able to kick out. Christian now going for the moonsault as King Zero goes for the arm drag. Caleb Christian now on the outside, bringing a kendo stick back into the ring. And now a pump kick to Caleb Christian. He's not going to be able to use that kendo stick. And now King Zero struggling to his feet. Caleb Christian now. Shots to the back as Jace Gold bringing another kendo stick into the ring. And gonna swing it right into the skull of Caleb Christian, much like he did in the #1 Contenders triple threat 2 weeks ago. King Zero now. Springboard forearm connecting to Gold. As Caleb Christian bringing a steel chair into the ring. Looking for the right time to use it as Gold getting the knees up on King Zero. As Caleb Christian abandoning the steel chair. King Zero going face first into the turnbuckle. And leaving the door open for Jace Gold to take advantage of Caleb Christian. But Christian getting the elbow up. And Christian, flurry of strikes to the gut. Heel kick connects. And now King Zero out of the corner, forcing Christian into the ropes. And Christian dumped to the outside. King Zero looking to take flight here. Off the ropes. King Zero over the top, and Caleb Christian taken out. And King Zero now hoisting up Christian for a rock bottom. Now back in the ring, Jace Gold gonna follow suit. Not gonna let King Zero use that kendo stick. Roundhouse knocking out. Jace Gold and King Zero into the cover, trying to retain, but Caleb Christian right there to break it up. And now the knee strike connecting to Christian. That won him the match last week into the cover to retain. And a kick out at 2 by the Ghost. King Zero now with the DDT. Caleb Christian with the steel chair, again not able to use it. King Zero too quick with those knees and kicks, but Caleb Christian turning King Zero inside out there, but not able to hit the swanton on Jace Gold. And now Christian off the ropes, Gold ducking under, jumping over, super kick connecting. And now Jace Gold maybe thinking burning hammer, but Christian getting the elbow up into the face of Gold. And Gold responding with an arm drag. And now fisherman suplex by Christian, rolling through into the brain buster. And he's going into the cover, but it's going to be broken up by Gold. Christian rolling out of the ring. Big forearm by King Zero. King Zero grabbing a kendo stick and swinging away at Caleb Christian on the outside. Bringing him back up to his feet as Jace Gold looking to join the party. Tossed right into Gold. Christian now back into the ring. Kick to the gut. Super kick to the jaw. And Caleb Christian with a kendo stick. Not going to be able to use it. Eating that knee once again by King Zero. King Zero now up to the top rope. Nobody home. King Zero now hoisting up Caleb Christian and planting him into the floor. Jace Gold wiping his boots. Trying to keep him fresh as Christian going into the steps. Code breaker busting King Zero open. And now going to start swinging away at that kendo stick. Now to the back of Christian. But Christian up to his feet. Trying to take him back down, but it's blocked. And Caleb Christian trying to get him back in the ring, but Jace Gold headbutting both of them together. Caleb Christian now fisherman suplex into the brain buster on the outside. And Christian now planting Jace Gold. And into the cover, broken up by King Zero. And now a third knee connecting to Caleb Christian. And he's into the cover, broken up by Gold. Finally able to recover from that Shadow Ghost. And the Wasteland connecting to King Zero, and he rolls out of the ring. And we're left with the two challengers. Christian, Ghostface. Cover, 1, 2, and a kick out. And now arms hooked. Face first into the mat. Goes Jace Gold. King Zero with a chair. Christian not going to let him use it. Jace Gold now back up to his feet. Trying to put Caleb Christian away with the burning hammer into the cover for the global title. And Christian able to kick out. Trying to use the baseball bat, but King Zero knocking it out of his hands. And now the chair coming back into play. And Caleb Christian suplex onto the chair. And now trying to swing at Jace Gold, and he runs right into a super kick. And Jace Gold has the baseball bat. Again, Christian not going to let him use it. Gold, handspring into the cutter. King Zero back into the ring. And King Zero with a jumping neck breaker. Now swinging away with that steel chair is King Zero. And King Zero could be closing in on retaining the global championship. Christian back into the corner. Able to get an elbow up on King Zero. And now King Zero are going to force him to butt heads. Christian with a block. Able to hit the ghost based on King Zero. Into the cover to win the Global Championship, broken up by Gold. Gold now dragging not King Zero, Caleb Christian toward the rope. Clothesline sends him to the outside. But Christian back into the ring quickly, delivering that back elbow. And now with the baseball bat, going to start swinging away at Jace Gold. And he's into the cover to win the Global Championship, but the pin is broken up by King Zero. And now Christian with the brain buster. Not able to hit the moonsault. And now Christian forced back into the ropes by Gold. And Gold gonna get dumped over the top rope. Kick is blocked. And Christian able to swipe out the legs of King Zero. And now maybe looking for that Shadow Ghost again here, but not able to connect with it. And now this time, able to hit the Shadow Ghost. And Christian crawling into the cover, and that's going to be broken up by Gold. Christian back up to his feet. Jace Gold right there to meet him. And Christian getting those elbows into the gut of Gold. And now those shots to the ribs. And King Zero backstabber. And now with the baseball bat, going to start swinging away at Gold. King Zero into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Gold. Caleb Christian back into the ring with a chair straight into the skull of King Zero. Christian hoisting him up and dropping in middle of the ring. And now the ripcord knee connecting. As Jace Gold bringing the steel steps into the ring. And Gold once again dumped over the top rope and out. Caleb Christian stomp to King Zero. And Christian into the cover for the title. 2, and a kick out. Jace Gold back into the ring. Setting up Caleb Christian on the ropes. Gold, handspring, cutter into the steps. And now, Jace Gold Styles clash. And the pin broken up again by King Zero. Kick to the gut. King Zero looking to hold on to that global championship by any means necessary. And Christian going face first into the turnbuckle. Slammed right into the mat. King Zero back into the ring. And now picking up that sledgehammer straight into the shoulder. And now into the gut. And again. King Zero brain buster to Gold. And Christian trying to take advantage, can't do it. Now with those steel steps he brought in earlier, just dropping them straight onto Caleb Christian. And now on the outside, King Zero with a big elbow. Went for the roundhouse, couldn't connect. Super kick doesn't connect. And now King Zero hoisted up for the burning hammer on the outside. Caleb Christian trying to join the party. As King Zero hoisted up again for the wasteland. And Gold stunned on the barricade. Christian tossing the steel steps right into the face of Jace Gold. Christian now, Northern Lights, rolling through into the Brain Buster. But Gold taking advantage with a DDT. King Zero tossed across the outside. And now Jace Gold. 450 springboard to the floor. King Zero marching across the ring, or across the outside to deliver that roundhouse kick to Jace Gold. And now tossing Gold back into the ring to retain the Global Championship. The pin going to be broken up before it can even start. And King Zero brain buster to Christian. Now the sledgehammer to the back of the head. And Gold going for the pin. 1, 2, 3! And Jace Gold can now call himself a double champion. BCW World Champion. And now the new Global Champion. Pinning the former champ King Zero. Stealing this one from Caleb Christian. Right out from underneath him again here. And now Jace Gold can add the Global Championship to his impressive list of titles that he's won in his career. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the Women's Championship. A matchup we did not expect to see just a few weeks ago. Piper Rain has absolutely hit the ground running ever since her arrival here in TNC. Dominated the Women's Rumble, although it came up short. Dominated in the 4-way Women's Showcase back on episode 51. Knocked off Nikita Black in an absolute thriller. Then in episode 53, after SJ Ray defeated Sarah Lopez in one-on-one action, attempted to take her out with a spear and then a buckle bomb into the exposed turnbuckle. But SJ Ray still cleared to compete here tonight. And then just last week, Piper Rain defeating Heather Ray in rather quick fashion. And now just as quickly as she arrived, she could be at the top of the mountain. Piper Rane receiving this title match after Olivia Harnage was attacked on her way back to her hotel following BCW's In Your Mouth event. Harnage not cleared to compete tonight against SJ Ray. So Piper Rane stepping up to make sure that it was her who received the title match. SJ Ray. This is her first title defense of her second reign. And her second title defense ever of the championship. As her first title reign ended almost as quickly as it began. Able to defeat Harnage for the belt initially. Was dropping it straight back to Harnage just a week later. And then at full speed ahead, winning it back for a second time. Ray able to hold on to it longer than a week. Now being 5 weeks since she won the title for a second time. Trying to make it past the first defense this time. And if she can, she'll more than likely walk into Clash of the Titans against Haley Blackwell as the women's champion.
Introducing the challenger from Pensacola, Florida, Piper Rane. And her opponent from San Jose, California, the Women's World Champion, SJ Ray.
Piper Rane getting a look at the women's championship. The biggest prize in the women's division. Can she knock off one of the toughest women to beat in SJ Ray? Here we go. Going for the big knee out the gate was SJ Ray, but not able to connect. Quickly turning this into a chain wrestling match, but SJ Ray with a vicious knee to the face. And as we get closer to main event time, I'm being told that Kent Killstrom is still nowhere to be found. He's not entered the building. He's not answering his phone. We have no clue where Kent Killstrom is. His location has apparently been turned off on his phone. So there's no way for anybody to track where he is right now. So it's looking like Brent is going to be going at it alone here tonight in the main event as SJ Ray hitting the stunner, but Piper Rane coming right back and ragdolling the champion down into the mat. And Piper Rane with a suplex hanging on for a cover here on Ray, but a kick out of one. Ray rolling up to her feet, went for the knee again and again could not connect. And Rane looking to take advantage, just tossing SJ Ray across the ring. And now Rain with a big knee strike. And she has just been able to overpower SJ Ray thus far. And now getting speared, landing back first on the outside. SJ Ray quickly up to her feet after catching Piper Rain with that boot. And Piper Rain into the steps. And Piper Rain responding with a big pump kick. As the count continues to climb. On the outside, Piper Rain trying to make it back up to her feet, and she does. And Ray gonna get tossed across the outside now. Able to turn this one around on Piper Rain. As Ray gonna drag Rain back toward the ring and tossing her back in. Ray getting blocked. Rain landing a headbutt. And now Piper Rain trying to pull the arm and the shoulder out of its socket. And now SJ Ray coming back with a dragon screw. Middle rope cannonball coming. And SJ Ray lining up Piper Rain for a drop kick. And now the big knee strike connects from SJ Ray. Big right hand. And another one from SJ Ray. Third one is blocked though by Piper Rain. And now the lefts and rights coming fast and furious, but another block by Piper. She'll send SJ Ray off the ropes. Michinoku driver. Cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Ray. And now Piper Rain trying to put SJ Ray away quickly. Hoisting her up. F5 for the title. 1, 2, and a kick out. Just barely able to get the shoulder up was SJ Ray. And coming back in with a series of lefts, and now the elbows across the face. More left hands. And SJ Ray at this point got to be close to dead weight. All she can do is roll to the outside. Piper Rain not giving an inch. As SJ Ray actually able to counter and deliver another knee to the face. And SJ Ray exposing the turnbuckle. Trying to deliver a little payback from that buckle bomb a few weeks ago. Rain into the steps again. And now just stomping at the ribs. Forearm to the face, and Piper Rain busted open. Now a knee to the face again. As both these women spending quite a lot of time on the outside in this match. Twist of fate stunner to Rain. And now SJ Ray gonna bring this one back into the ring. And Ray going for the cover, but the ref busy fixing the turnbuckle pad, allowing Piper Rain to kick out. That's got to be a little frustrating if you're SJ Ray, as she delivers a cutter to Piper Rain. And Rain quickly back up to her feet, but ends up eating a destroyer from SJ Ray. 1, 2, and a kick out. The San Jose Destroyer not enough to keep Piper Rain down for the women's title. And now lining up Piper Rain from the corner. SJ Ray coming out with a bulldog. Rain quickly up to her feet. Another San Jose Destroyer. Cover. 1, 2, and another kick out. What does SJ Ray got to do to keep this woman down? What can anybody do to keep this woman down? SJ Ray into the corner. Able to catch the boot of Piper Rain. And now from the top rope, not able to hit the clothesline. Whip down to the mat. SJ Ray. Big time forearm. And now dragging Rain over to the corner, face first off the turnbuckle, but Piper able to get an elbow up. And now a roll up here by Piper, but SJ Ray way too close to the ropes. Nobody home on the double axe handle. Rolling through into a stunner. SJ Ray on the apron now. Piper Rain up to her feet. Springboard, phenomenal forearm. Into the cover, 1, 2, kick out again. And now another twist of fate stunner. And SJ Ray looking for the rings of Saturn, but Piper Rain's foot underneath the bottom rope gonna force a break. And SJ Ray up to the middle rope. Maybe looking for another San Jose Sunrise, but not close enough. As Piper Rain looking to take advantage. Another Michinoku driver. And Piper wasting little time here. SJ Ray off the ropes, ducking under. Big shot to the gut. But SJ Ray responding with an elbow. And there it is! The third San Jose Destroyer into the cover. 1, 2, 3. And SJ Ray able to keep Piper Rain down for 3. It took 3 San Jose Destroyers, 2 Twist of Fate stunners. Rings of Saturn was applied. It took a hell of a lot to keep this woman down, but SJ Ray found a way to get the job done, successfully retaining the Women's Championship for the first time. And still, your Women's Champion. And ladies and gentlemen, there is only one match left for us at Turning Point for the World Championship. Matt Marco looking to become World Champion for the first time. Trying to end the third reign of Pete Brent.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Championship.
This is Matt Marco's first attempt. His first time challenging for the TNC World Championship since arriving here in TNC all the way back at the beginning. He's waited a very, very long time for this moment. And finally waited long enough. Took matters into his own hands. Attacking both Ken Killstrom and Cole Crimson in the parking lot backstage. Demanded this match. And Pete Brent's making him earn it. And by God did he. Knocking off both Ken Killstrom and Cole Crimson in back-to-back weeks. And here we are today, Matt Marco about to challenge for the world title for the very first time. Ever since becoming a 3-time world champion back at Injustice, Brent has been holding that championship close to his chest, not allowing many men even near that title. Now tonight forced to defend it, having to keep his promise that he made to Matt a few weeks ago. That if he could beat both Ken and Cole, that Matt would get his shot here in the main event, and here we are. The match made official shortly after Matt Marco's victory in the main event last week. And Brent's trying to make sure that he walks into Clash, walks out of Clash, walks into any building with that championship around his waist.
Introducing the challenger from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 220 pounds, Matt Marco! And his opponent from New York, weighing in at 260 pounds, the world champion, the anarchist, Peter Brent.
So much history between these two men right here. The countless battles they had in RHW for the Triple Crown Championship. And now they do it one more time for the TNC World Championship. Both men set to go in our main event. And there's the bell. Brent's coming out with kicks and strikes. And Brent's springboard forearm to Marco. Matt able to catch the kick this time. Landing the arm drag. And Matt over the top, landing all his body weight into the chest of the world champion. Matt now arms hooked, German suplex. And bringing Brent's up to his feet. Into the corner, I should say. Connecting on the enziguri, and Matt boots Driven straight into the chest. And now Brent able to connect with the springboard enziguri. And now has both legs trapped here. Brent stomping both knees into the mat. And now driving his knee into the chest of Marco. Into the cover here to retain and a kick out. Brent's now clobbering Marco with those lefts. Still going. And now Brent's up to the middle rope. Marco to his feet. Knee to the chest, connects again. Lining up for yet another knee strike. But Marco able to roll up Brent here, trying to catch him by surprise. And a kick out of one. Marco now dropping the leg. Boot across the back of the head. And Matt now lining up Brent from the corner. Super kick caught. Right hand by Brent. Elbow by Marco. And Matt looking for the Matusi stretcher already. He's got it locked in on Brent here. And Brent just as quickly able to escape. And now Brent's European uppercut to the upper back. And Matt was struggling up to his feet. Hanging onto the ropes. Kick to the face by Brent. Marco struggling to his feet yet again. Kick gets caught by Matt. And now Matt sizing up Brent. Looking for the Matusi driver. Brent's busted open. Cover. 1, 2. And a kick out by Brent at 2. Half a second away from becoming world champion. And now we're going to see Brent and Marco exchanging blows. Marco gaining an early upper hand, but Brent's coming back with a right. Brent's with a block now, and another chop. Matt responding with a chop. Brent's returning. Big right hand by Matt. Brent comes back with another chop. Marco wants another one, and he receives it. Big right hand by Matt. Another chop by Brent. And now it's breaking out into a hockey fight, middle of the ring for the World Championship. And Matt Marco going to come out on top of this exchange. And Matt stealing the Art of Hate driver. Could he win the title with Brent's own move? 1, 2, and Brent kicks out of the Heart of Hate driver. Matt tried to rub salt in the wound, and Brent's coming back with a flatliner to Marco. And again, those clubbing blows straight into the head of Matt and busting him open. As Brent's now bringing Marco up to a knee. Off the ropes. Big boot to the face connects. And Brent's now up to the top rope. Matt to his feet. Nobody home on the kick. And now Brent's sent over the top rope. Big right hand by Matt. And another one knocking Brent to the floor. Still on his feet, but not entirely sure where he is. Matt hoisting him up. Back first into the apron. Chop is blocked by Brent. But still too slow for Marco. Setting him up for a second Matusi driver. This time on the outside. And Matt Marco is rolling right now. Bringing Brent's up to his feet. And Matt, pop-up super kick! Could this do it? Are we about to crown a new world champion? Cover! 1, 2, 3! Matt Marco did it! Matt Marco has done it! He's the new TNC World Champion! An unbelievable ride for Matt Marco ends in the ultimate glory. He has finally reached the mountaintop in TNC, and he can finally call himself World Champion.
Here is your winner, and new World Champion.
An unbelievable stretch by Matt Marco these last few weeks. He finally got his opportunity, and he did not let it slip. And now he is world champion. Thank you all for tuning into Turning Point. We will see you next week for episode number 55 of TNC.